It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.,
I reduced my toilet paper down to 3 squares.
Matt Hayes,
Big asses and big thighs, yeah.
and Leon Searcy.
Bringing you love, peace, and soul.
I always like to use the open as a bit of a springboard into the show, and using the word soul from Big Sirs, they stole it yesterday.
Do they have one? Do they have a soul?
Our soul. That's what happened yesterday. I'm looking at you. I want to understand that there's ebbs and flows, that things like this can happen during the season, but I'm not going to look at you to explain this away, because stuff like this, I don't think ever happened to you.
No, it hasn't. Never
But it happened to this ball club.
Absolutely never happened to me. It's just unexplainable, to be quite honest with you, that this team had a colossal collapse. They had no heart, no desire. Should be embarrassed. Each one on that should be embarrassed by the way they performed in the fourth quarter, where it matters the most.
Oh my God!
Where it matters the most, where you could seal the deal. You had them on the respirator. They wanted to go home. The Texans wanted to go home. They were down 19 in the fourth quarter. You had all the momentum, and you let them back in the game. And then when you let them back in the game, you didn't respond to it, because at some particular point, I've been in these situations where you got a team down and the wheels seem like they're falling off. And then you say you're having these conversations on the sideline or in the huddle. Listen, they got momentum. They've scored a couple of times. We are not losing this game. Figure out a way to win this game. And they did. And they did. They did the absolute opposite of what you're supposed to do.
It's hellish. It really is. So instead of a victory Monday, it's a what the H Monday, okay? What the hell was that? Okay, so we will operate in that vein as we go along today. But we do welcome you in a Mokama Beer Company Monday, minus Matt Hayes today. He's up in Knoxville. He will be back tomorrow. He went through Lubbock with that Texas Tech beatdown at BYU. Holy cow. So we'll look back at the college football world. But primarily what we usually do on Mondays is we rip on the home team if they blew it, which is what they did, celebrate wins and rip them apart when they lose. And this is an opportunity that they let pass them by. All right, so let's get into it today. You guys are more than welcome to jump on the YouTube stream, get in the chat there, jump on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010. We'll look back at basically everything that happened yesterday with your Jags and the rest of the National Football League. Gorgeous weather outside, bro.
It is. I like a little nip in the air, all right? 50s, 30s, not so much.
No.
It's supposed to be 30-something tomorrow, but today is about 54, 55.
Yeah.
You know, get a chance throwing the warm-up, throwing the big man suit.
Yeah, you do. You got the hood. We're both rocking the hoodies.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I do. And JJ's in full camo today, so he's hooded up too. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah.
It's like athletic camo. It's like Adidas. My real Ocalans back home would be upset if you called this camo.
Yeah,
this ain't
true.
official.
Yeah, that's true, because you could walk into the woods and be seen, and that ain't right. Okay, that is not right. Yeah. That is super obvious if you are trying to hide from somebody. All right, so it's a kick in the shorts. Okay, it really is. So you guys are more than welcome to join in. We might even open up a little 10 seconds to pop off a little bit later on, just so you can fire away, because already half of your day is done, right? People got up, they got after it this morning, they did what they had to do, they got half of it done. Jacksonville at the half yesterday looked like, okay, let's just go ahead and get done the next 30 minutes of work, and we've got us a dub. We're going to leave H-Town with a dub. So they started out yesterday, Leon, field goal, touchdown, punt, field goal, interception, field goal, touchdown. Okay? So at the very least, they were putting points on the board. They had the one pick. Another inexplicable throw by Trevor Lawrence across the middle of the field. And who was it? Derek Stingley Jr. nabbed that one with one hand.
Great pick.
Yeah, it was a great pick.
But if it was a better throw, you had a lot of room around.
Yeah, you lead, and I'm getting killed on X over this. You got to be kidding me. When you have a guy that's crossing and then the next step he takes, he's further away from you as the quarterback. You throw to the direction he's headed instead of where he presently was, and that allowed Derek Stingley to step in front of him.
Do you mean people on Twitter were saying that the DB just made a great play?
Yeah.
First of all, he was past the DB, all right? So if you lead him where it's him or it's an incomplete pass, then that interception never gets made.
Exactly.
Come on.
Yeah, it's honestly the excuse making.
Trevor's sympathies.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to put it. But this team had it in hand. We all know what happened in the end. A 26-0 fourth quarter when it was all said and done for the Houston Texans. And now, instead of them leading this series, it would have been 31-17. At least Jacksonville would have kind of chipped away at it. It's now 32-16. They've played 48 times, and they've won 2 for every one that the Jacksonville Jaguars have won.
But here's the thing that's disappointing, Joe, is the fact that players hold toughness as a mantle, all right? Mm-hmm. And we used to do things in practice that you would have to exert yourself because the fourth quarter was where you had to win ball games, all right? 2-minute drill, 4-minute drill, after conditioning. So when you're tired, you find a way to pull it through in the fourth quarter because that's where games are won. More than likely, games are won in the NFL in the fourth quarter. Yeah. All right, there's one possession of games. Whoever's the toughest, whoever's mentally more equipped to finish the fourth quarter usually wins the game. This team failed in every avenue, every area you can expect. Mentally, physically, toughness, execution, ball control, all those things, first downs, yardage. I mean, we failed. I mean, check marks on fail on each and every one of them. I mean, when you're up 19, you figure out a way to put this team to bed.
Yeah.
That's why I put this team to bed. You're up 19, you had all the momentum. You had special teams touchdown. Parker, first of all, you ruined Parker Washington's party because he just got down. All right, got down the whole game, touchdowns.
He was unreal.
He was unreal. I mean, he was having a coming out party the way he scored touchdowns in the special teams and in what it catches the pass in the end zone. So it's just embarrassing. Everybody on that team should be embarrassed by the way they played in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and so this is where we are. You're looking at a football team that once again is being questioned for their toughness. And they're being looked at like, what in the world were you doing defensively where you allowed Davis Mills to march a football team down the field, get in the end zone multiple times, and then in the end, he was able to trot 14 yards for the clincher. Because forget about the last touchdown, which was a terrible play and a terrible use of the clock at the end for this football team with another penalty that kept them from moving the chains to maybe get in a position where Cam Little could do something towards the end. Anyway, we all know how it all shook out. Mm-hmm. They had a chance maybe with a made play on the right side were it not for a flag. Yeah. Little would have been able to boot it through. Instead, flag backed up. Trevor loses the football, and they walk in at the end to just put a little more shame on the loss.
I can tell you what was concerning me, Joe, in the fourth quarter while I'm watching the defense is their conditioning. They look winded, bro. When they ran the ball, it was the guys getting pushed back. When it was pass protection, guys wasn't coming off the guys wasn't pushed apart. I mean, it was times where Mills was back there dancing.
Yeah.
Had 6, 7, 8 seconds to throw the football. So, I mean, their conditioning is in question as well because in the fourth quarter, you're supposed to dig deep and find a way to get it done.
You better believe it, man. And this is the thing that probably just frosts Jaguar fans' behinds more than anything else is that you had a game inside the division in hand. You still haven't seen the Titans. You still haven't seen the Colts. You had a chance to sweep the hated Houston Texans. You know how big that would be, and you know how hard it is to do it. You beat them by a score this last time here. You're feeling pretty good about yourself with the way things fell with the injury report. No C.J. Stroud. They even had an old Jag as their kicker because they didn't have Fairbairn healthy and ready to go. And you had Woody Marks and a beaten up Nick Chubb run on you. You had Davis Mills, like we said, from 14 yards. You know, on an NFL football field, a dude that slow should never be able to make that much ground against your defense for a score.
Bro, he was turning the corner like he was a NASCAR. He was, man. He wasn't supposed to turn them corners like that. And Nick Chubb was running like he came out of Georgia. His rookie year. Come on, man.
And how about the worst O-line, I'm using air quotes, worst O-line in football?
Yeah.
Basically kept Davis Mills spotless the entire time.
Yes.
It's just another
His jersey was very clean.
And Hines Allen had a rookie left tackle on him. Couldn't sniff. No. And listen, don't talk to me about Precious no more. Precious are run bys. If you don't get home, it don't matter.
I agree with you. Look, I tried and spin it a certain way and say, hey, at least they're pressuring the quarterback. At least they're getting him off his spot, yada, yada, yada. None of it's true, okay? Because if you don't knock the quarterback down, and this is not the first offensive line that Josh Hines Allen and company have had, when you look at the matchup, they had the advantage. and weren't able to take advantage of the advantage. It's I don't know. Whatever word you guys want to use, embarrassing, atrocious, you can go on and on and on, but let us know what you're thinking. 641-1010. Yeah, that was against Davis flipping Mills. You know what his record is as a starter, ladies and gentlemen, as we set this up?
I think I know this.
Okay, he's played, I want to say,
6
in
games.
19 games?
Yeah, he's played in 19 games.
What is his record?
I think he's played more than that. I think his record right now is 6-19-1.
Okay, 6-19-1.
He's got 3 of those wins against us.
That's it right there. That's what I wanted you to say. He has 6 total
6-19
wins. 6-19-1. So he has played in 26 ball games, and he has a total of 6 wins, and 3 of them have come against this team in Duval. That is El Succo.
He hadn't started a game since 2022 going into yesterday.
And
that's a long time.
It really is. And back then, he beat the Jags.
Yeah.
It's just unreal. All right, you guys, try and explain this one away. Try and let us be counselors for you. Talk you, at least kind of give you some idea of how this thing went wrong and how you can course correct. Let us know what you're thinking. 641-1010. It is XL Primetime, Mokama Beer Company Monday. Big Search, Joe C, JJ, Matt with the day off, but you guys can join in and just rip apart the home team.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. Playmakers make special plays.
That right there, that's special.
Special plays make the special teams player of the game.
Winning football players who can step up in a clutch moment.
After the game, pump up the Superior Plumbing Special Teams player of the game on 1010XL.
Did you know that for every inch of rain on a 2,000 square foot roof, 1,500 gallons come off the eaves of the roof? Call Clearwater Seamless Gutters and Drainage, and we'll design a plan using our Clearwater Seamless Gutters, and we'll connect those gutters to a Clearwater drainage system to solve your erosion and standing water issues.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters.
And drainage, too.
SeamlessGuttersJacksonville.com. This right here, this is where it starts. With a little flame and a lot of love. When the air cools or the night falls, fire brings the warmth. But it's what we bring to the table that matters. Slow smoked barbecue. Stories that stretch long. Laughter that lingers. And moments that just feel full. That's why it's always Sonny's here.
Friends, we have a very special guest on the line.
The Checkmate Coatings phone line is where the action happens.
Where's the phone? Over there.
Get expert interviews and listener opinions all day, every day, from the drill all the way to Hacker After Dark on 1010XL.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through November 13th. Financing available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust.
License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is now available at the Fresh Market Spirits and Wine. The Fresh Market Spirits and Wine is a new adult beverage store offering spirits, wine, beer, and accessories at A1A North in Ponte Vedra, a first-of-its-kind destination for thoughtfully curated spirits, wine, and beer as only the Fresh Market can. And now, you can get Brackish Vodka at the Fresh Market. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Hey, gang, Prosser here. When it comes to selling your home, you think you got problems? Well, I got promises.
Chad and Sandy do. Jacksonville homes are selling, but it can take months and a low price to sell. Not anymore. You go with Chad and Sandy Newman, the experts that I recommend. Proven systems. They drive demand for selling your home, and they have this guarantee. Bottom line, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. That's why the local real estate experts that I'm trusting and recommending need to sell now. Chad and Sandy will have instant offers, fast, easy, and stress-free. Keith in Atlantic Beach said, I wanted to move my parents closer. They needed a lot of help getting their home ready for sale and finding a new one. Medical issues made things even more challenging. I called Chad and Sandy because I heard their stories on the radio. The Chad and Sandy team were compassionate, professional, got the job done. My folks' home sold the very first weekend for $1.2 million in cash. Call the local experts I'm recommending. Call Chad and Sandy today, 904-414-6200 or chadandsandy.com.
Tired of roofers who never answer the phone and just use AI?
I'm Morgan Conley, the People's Roofer. I answer every call. No robots, no runaround. I'm born here, built here, staying here. Visit morganconleyroofing.org.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Reclaim a pain-free life with Rebound Rehab. If you've been injured or simply feeling the effects of an active life, you can rely on Rebound Rehabilitation to get you back in the game. Sitting on the sidelines isn't any fun. Trust Rebound Rehab's team of trained physical therapists to get you back up to speed and feeling full again. Now more convenient than ever. 11 locations to serve you, including new offices in Riverside across from St. Vincent's, Point Meadows, and Middleburg. Just log on to reboundrehab.com to see all they've got to offer.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch.
Dropping the throw, and it's a three-man rush. Looking. He hit, the ball came out.
It's intercepted.
It is intercepted. It's going to be run back on the final play of the game. It's going to be a touchdown.
Trevor got tripped up from behind.
The ball popped out of his hands. It was run back.
Sheldon Rankins
ran it back for a touchdown on the final play of the game.
Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mocama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
They got it going on up there, that's for sure, and it might be a commiserating type of cold one instead of a celebrating type of cold one, but they are definitely ready for you 7 days a week. Enjoy some delicious Mocama beer up in the tap room in Fernandina Beach on South 8th, or pick it up at Publix, Target, Total, ABC, wherever you might be out and about. You heard the call right there, and it was just a hell of a way for the game to end, especially when you thought you might be able to pull it out with the leg of Little, and none of that happened. And
wouldn't it have felt dirty to win that game anyways? I mean, I know Jags fans, you can't do that, but
you got to
definitely
take dirty.
didn't deserve to win that game.
And look, I sent out a couple of posts on X, and it didn't feel right. They weren't taking advantage of it. They were so dang fortunate to have opportunities. Remember the stat they flashed up if you were watching on television? They had scored 17 points and only run 18 plays at that point. And so they weren't doing a whole hell of a lot offensively, but then they did come out in the second half and they did drive down the field and they turned it into points. They just didn't turn it into enough points. And Leon, you know better than any of us, it ain't easy closing out a team. You give them any form of life, they will crawl and claw their way back into a game and make you pay. Yeah,
well, first of all, let me just make this clear. There's no game that I don't feel like that we deserve to win. I don't care how ugly it is. Because these games, they're so hard to win. They're so few and far-fetched in the NFL. You got to take them, survive in advance. So let me get that out of the way. But, yeah, that's – you can't – first of all, you got to understand when the guardrails are falling off, all right? You got to understand that when the team gets momentum, they're at home, they've been struggling, they go in the fourth quarter, they make a couple of plays, they've got a little momentum, they got a little confidence. You've got to, at some particular point, collectively as a team, you got to say, okay, when they got within striking range, as a team, you got to say, okay, let's meet up. Listen, we're not losing this game. We've dominated this game for 3 quarters. We're in the fourth quarter. They got a little momentum. Let's figure out a way to stop them, or make a play here and there, run game, pass game, whatever you need to do, special teams, get in field goal range or something to where you take a little bit of, because if you keep them alive, they're going to, it's like that horror
That
movie.
speech should have been after the first Davis Mills touchdown.
Yes, absolutely. They're like, they're like Freddy Krueger, or they're like Jason. You know, just when you think he's dead, he's coming out of the ground. He ain't dead. he ain't dead. He's still there. That's how you got to treat it. But it's hard to lose a game when you're up by that many points in the NFL if you're doing the right things.
And it really is a kick in the shorts because you can't take anything for granted. They threw up a stat yesterday with the Chicago Bears. They have now trailed. At the very least, they did not have the lead in the last 2 minutes of a ball game. In 4 different times this year, after the 2-minute warning, they've been able to pull out a win. And that's basically what the Houston Texans did to the Jaguars yesterday. They were able to pull it out when you thought there's no way they're going to claw their way back and get into this ball game, and yet somehow, some way, they did, thanks to a 26-0 fourth quarter.
Well, Joe, also, I think that this team maybe underestimated the rival and the fact that this team didn't want to get swept by you. I mean, they're surprised over there by the Houston Texans as well.
Gosh, yes.
The last thing they wanted was this team, who they feel is at equal at best as far as, maybe not record-wise, but the last thing they wanted is to get swept at home by a Jacksonville Jaguar team. So I think we underestimated the fact that this team had a little pride about themselves going into the fourth quarter, and we didn't respond to it.
No, you didn't respond. And you could have taken the life out of them with 1 or 2 really important moments, maybe settling for a field goal instead of getting the touchdown. Travis Etienne was the guy who punched in at the end of a decent drive when they went 11 plays, went 58 yards, covered a decent amount of ground. In doing so, burned up a decent amount of clock. But at the same time, they still gave the other team an opportunity to come back. And like we said, an old and kind of broken Nick Chubb and Woody Marsh were able to make plays on the ground. We know how good 12 is, okay? Nico Collins is going to make you pay. The one-handed catch was that for the two-pointer? I think that was for the two-pointer. Anyway, and Davis Mills had all kinds of time like you're describing. The deficiencies for this football team right now feel endless. Okay, let's make this the 10-10 take, because you can't throw a dart at one area and hit a bullseye and fix it and expect that everything's going to be good.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmaster since '68.
This does feel like a half a chicken or a half a rack of ribs to kind of feel better about this loss, okay? A good full belly is really the only elixir right now. So drop on by any one of your area Sonny's, load up on some delicious barbecue, and at the very least, you got a good meal, even though you didn't get a good game from your home team yesterday. So the problems fall under the a la carte menu. It's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here. It's lack of line play across the board. All 5 guys are failing in some form or fashion. All 4 guys that you're asking to rush the passer are failing in some form or fashion. The money and contracts that have been committed to the biggest of stars on both sides of the ball, that's 16 and 41. Okay, those are the 2 big boy contracts that this football team signed, sealed, and delivered to Trevor Lawrence and to Josh Hines-Allen, and neither one of those guys are delivering back on the promise of pay the way they should. They are just 2 of the problems for this football team. That's the 10-10 take, Leon, because it's endless. Injuries certainly have not helped. Penalties have been a major problem. The lack of physical play, like you said, across both lines of scrimmage, man, it is adding up to just butt bad everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, listen, first of all, the guys who get in the bag are playing average at best, all right? Yeah. And the problem with this team is that there's incompetence at every level within the offense and within the defense. Can't pass rush, can't stop the run, can't protect, can't run the football. Trevor's making silly mistakes still again. Josh Hines-Allen is a guy. He's got a rookie left tackle on him. He doesn't get a sniff. Doesn't get a sniff of anything. All right. Nico Collins is still scoring touchdowns right now today. All right, in his sleep against this Jaguars secondary. So I mean, at these different levels, at some particular time, you've got these different stages of the offense and defense has got to step their game up. Listen. Liam Cohen understands that. Listen, there's a reason why 24 players from last year's team that wasn't on this team. So no, he doesn't have all the guys. He's got to compartmentalize different parts of this team to play a lot better than what they are.
Right.
All right. So we can't work, but you got to deal with what you have and get the most out of it. I know Hacker was talking off the air yesterday, like if we were playing, I wouldn't play Walker Little anymore, and rightfully so. He had a terrible game, but what else do you have?
You don't.
You don't have anything else. So you got to deal with it. You got to figure out a way to make him play above his grade, even though he's been struggling. And that's not just with him. There's other guys on this team that need to play above their grade because they're not very good.
No,
they're not very good.
Yeah, and I don't want to provide excuses. I'm just trying to provide what is one of the main reasons why this team is where they are. The roster is nowhere near where it should be. Okay? Now, coaching matters. Good coaching can put you back in a good situation. Just take a look at, did anyone see what Mike Vrabel and Drake May were going to do at the start of the season based on what that team looked like a season ago? I don't think so. Good coaching matters, and good draft boards, success at the quarterback position, like what Drake May's enjoying up there, it's massive. And a better Trevor Lawrence could pull you out of a lot of pit holes and make your team look a lot better than it is right now. With this roster, across the board, either draft choices, be it Walker Little, a second-rounder, Anton Harrison, a first-rounder. You can go down the line with the other guys that are on this football team. Like we mentioned, Josh Hines, Allen, and Trayvon Walker, 2 of the top 7 picks in the draft when they came out.
And think about the most highest-paid players on the team.
Oh, yeah, JHA and Trevor.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
They're 2 of the worst players on the team this season, and then Tyson just got traded.
And Leon's saying, like, they're playing average. Like, average would be a little bit of a compliment.
Way below
Yeah,
average.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, it would be a compliment for these guys at this point. So, yeah, the money men, the guys that you know are supposed to be there when it matters most, are not getting it done. All right, so let me ask you one question, Big Sirs, and this is posed by one of our XL Primetimers, and definitely want you to jump in. He says, I have a 13-year-old son. If you don't mind the violin, please, because we had sad Frank, and so this might be a sad Jaguar fan. Leon, I have a 13-year-old son. He is a diehard Jag fan. We have tickets to the Chargers game. After the game yesterday, he ripped off his Trevor jersey and said, I am done. They do this every year. How do you convince him to go this Sunday?
I don't.
Be like, son, I'll give you your first beer.
Tell him to
13.
Tell him to watch it at home.
Listen, it'll make you a better person in the future by dealing with this now as a young man.
Listen,
how to deal with adversity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you
You'll
pull
be a
yourself
better
up by the
person for
bootstraps.
this. Yes.
There you go. 'Cause
you can't give up on your team at 13.
No.
Like when
Yeah,
you're
that's right.
13, you're committed. That's your team for the rest of your life. Sorry, it is what it is.
Yeah, like Gio, we always talk about the 2 sons, and one of them is Michael. Michael absolutely loves Parker Washington. It is his favorite player. He's having a season of seasons. He thinks this is the greatest team he's
He
ever
loved
seen.
yesterday for about 2 quarters, 3 quarters.
And so I dig it, man. And the one thing that I can appreciate for the 13-year-old or any of these, we have teenagers that have grown up and haven't hardly seen a winner.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah.
They may graduate high school and only see this team go to the postseason twice.
So if he's 13, he's seen how many winning seasons in 13 years? 3?
Yeah, because you at least had 2 9 and 8s. Even
And you
though-
weren't really watching
Yeah.
until you're like 5
Yeah.
or 6.
Yeah, that's true.
So you had
we're talking about 8 years.
Yeah.
He's
So you-
really watching football.
So you had
He's
17
had 2
and-
years, really.
17
Good
and 22
years.
were good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
22 and 23 were the same record.
Same
yet
record.
100% different.
Yeah,
Because
true.
one was a playoff, a division title, a playoff win, and then the next one was losing 5 of 6 on the way.
He
to a
certainly
9-8.
didn't get to experience you guys destroying the Dolphins.
No.
You know, like that, it's very far
Well,
away from a
listen,
13-year-old.
to make him feel better, he should go to YouTube and watch it. He'll enjoy it.
Yeah, plug it in for the 13-year-old son. He knows about YouTube. I can guarantee you that. All right, so 641-1010. You guys jump in. Let us know what you're thinking. If we can work a pop-off in, we will. If you guys want to do a pop-off on your own, all you got to do is dial up 904-207-7071. 207-7071. Leave a recording for JJ. Entertain us a little bit with a little bit of your fuel and heat that you have after that loss yesterday.
XL Primetime, driven by big #1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle.
Football season is here, and our hometown team isn't the only one ready to stack up the wins. At Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi, you score big every time you shop with us. Thousands of vehicles, no flags, no fumbles, just hassle-free car buying and big wins with lifetime warranties, lifetime oil changes, and lifetime customer service. Plus, our wow pricing lets you celebrate a touchdown of savings. Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevrolet, and Beaver Mitsubishi. We're here to wow you.
Garrett Scantling here, and once again, thanks to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. My torn hip labrum issue is resolved thanks to Dr. Doward, and Dr. Acevedo keeps my feet healthy too. Training and competing, that's what it's all about for me. And Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has me in top condition.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is served by Tandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
Chelsea here, ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? During Renewal by Anderson's Black Friday sales event, buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 2 full years. Our Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida homes, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable all year round. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home design consultation. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Anderson, where comfort meets savings.
Say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden Eye & Associates. Hey, Hicken here. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you all the latest options like Evo implantable Collamer lenses, refractive lens exchange, or traditional LASIK. Tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision. No hassle, no fuss. You ready to see the difference? Call now or visit BowdenEye.com for a free screening. Bowden Eye & Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
Running a small business is tough, so the Florida Small Business Development Center at UNF provides a free business checkup, a personalized analysis that helps you boost profits, your online presence, and increase your company's value. No cost, no strings attached. It's guidance from experts who understand what it takes to succeed in business. Whether you're just starting out or ready to expand, it's time to act. Complete a request for consulting at unf.edu/SBDC.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Jason, I called you about the ductwork in my attic this summer, and you totally blew me off.
I did.
My airflow is too low and my bills are too high.
I know.
There's stains on my ceiling tiles and sweating around the vents, and the mice have chewed so many holes in the ducts, I think they're getting more AC than I am.
I know.
Then how could you let me suffer all summer, Jason?
Because summer is the one time of year I just can't send my technician into someone's steaming hot attic. They'd kill me. Ductwork is hot, cramped work at the best of times. Lucky for you, those best of times are in November.
You mean like now?
Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair your old, damaged, or just plain sketchy ductwork right now when it's not too hot and not too cold.
And none of your technicians will kill you.
It's a win-win.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Football season is finally here, and with that, hopefully comes cooler weather. And if you've been wanting to upgrade your outdoor living space and just haven't pulled the trigger, you should call the experts at Lifetime Enclosures right now. From glass lanais to screened-in enclosures, Lifetime Enclosures and Flooring is the best in the business. Give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's tough losing in general, but to lose that way and to control the game and then to, just kind of let it go and give it away is tough. So, it's tough to be in that locker room after a game like that, and guys put so much into it, and to not finish and play our best down the stretch is tough. So, we got to bounce back. We got a long season ahead of us, but definitely have to learn from this and not let this happen again. And we got to be able to close those games out because you got to win those.
It's Mocama Monday on XL Primetime. Head to the tap room at Fernandina Beach every day that ends with Y and enjoy some Mocama.
Well, that's got to make you feel better, right?
Oh, yeah, let it go. We gave it away. No, they took it. They let it go, give it away.
But wait a minute. We got a long season ahead of us. That's got to make you feel better, don't you think? A little?
Do you see the Chargers last night? It looked pretty good.
What a ridiculous thing to say. Okay? You're the leader of this franchise. Tell us it's unacceptable. Tell us you're not going to allow it to happen again. Wait a minute. Instead of words, how about play on the field? Davis Mills out-dueled Trevor Lawrence yesterday. Okay, one dude threw for barely 150. The other one threw for almost 300. The other one was delivering dimes when he needed to. The other one could not engineer a first down when they needed it at the most opportune time late in a game to close it out. You wasted. Listen to this, guys. Do you remember the stat? And I don't actually have the number right here in front of me, but we've talked about it before, where Trevor Lawrence doesn't have any help on the defense. He is quarterbacking a team that hardly forces any turnovers. Remember this last year? Because they only had a total of 9 turnovers. Now they're back in the turnover business. He and this offense, or this team, period, wasted a Jarian Jones pick that was forced early in the game, which was a great break on the ball, made the play. Ventrell Miller popping the ball out in special teams. And old Danny Strugow, what about him? Okay, he comes up with the football, first career fumble recovery of his career. And then you go down the line with the other guys that were making plays, including Parker Washington, who was able to, great catch in the back of the end zone, the punt return for a touchdown. We can go on and on and on. All this, so you got a special teams touchdown, takeaways again galore, and you can't figure out a way to win a football game that doesn't have their starting quarterback on the other side?
You can't find a way to get a first down, especially when we were just watching the game while we was off there. It was 29-18 after they scored a touchdown, a 2-point conversion.
Pain.
You went 3 and out. You couldn't find a way to get a first down, to move the chains, take some time off the clock. Because if you're getting first downs, even if you don't score, you're at least keeping them on the sideline. But you go 3 and out. You're going 3 and out. Then you let them go 93 yards on you, and score another touchdown on you. One side was clutch, the other side wasn't clutch. Trevor just he doesn't take it personal enough for me. Everybody says that's not his character. He's so monotone when it comes to everything. How about telling us, hey, listen, this is unacceptable.
Right.
All right? We can't have this. We can't allow this team, this franchise, to choke down the stretch. We've got to do a better job executing on both sides of the ball to make sure this never happens again. How about that? You know what? Just give me some of that.
Exactly. Tell me if this feels like ancient history to you. The one time Trevor, on the flight back from London, said, I got to quit costing my team. Do you remember this? This was 22 when they went on that run. And from 21 to 25, 5 seasons for Trevor Lawrence, I can name 2 come-from-behind wins that hit the memory bank for every Jaguar fan, and I don't think you can name another one.
No, that's
You're going to name the Chargers comeback.
Yeah, the Chargers.
And you're going to name the Monday Night Football win against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I can't think of – can you think of another one?
No.
And this is one of our texters on the text line is I'm a lifetime enclosure. The FBI needs to investigate Trevor Lawrence and Josh Allen because somebody's gambling. That just cracks me up. But
which, by the way, thoughts and prayers to anyone who had the Jags plus 1.5 yesterday. Because even when they were going to lose, they were going to cover.
Yes.
Until that last pick 6 or fumble or whatever
because it was a 30-29 game.
Imagine losing, man.
And speaking of that, okay, and you got to love the internet, the World Wide Web. Scorigami, okay, has come in. And the 36-29, a final score. I didn't realize this. It seems like I think of 36-29.
Something that would happen.
Yeah, because I see Florida FSU 36-29 in my head. So, so I think it's kind of a common score, which is such a great game way back. Anyway, according to the Scorigami people, an NFL final score of 36-29 has never happened in NFL history. It is now,
hang the banner.
Yeah, hang the banner. It is now the 1,094th unique score in NFL history.
Congrats.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys did it.
So you had it. But like you said, you could have had a cover if it was 30-29.
Or even a push. I saw a lot of people have +1, and wow.
Well, one of my biggest friends, Douglas, makes the trip with 3 of his buddies yesterday. And they invaded H-Town, and many others did as well. And
I hope they weren't getting chirpy to the people around them when they were up 19.
Well, he shot me.
Because I would have been.
He shot me a couple pictures inside the stadium. You couldn't get chirpy because there was no Texans fans.
Oh, okay? That's hilarious.
It was pretty dang empty, and this was like a quarter into the game. But you thought you had it. You thought this was going to be one of the better trips to a rival city and leave with a dub.
Well, JJ, we had a call in from the 5th quarter that said he got chirpy with the Jaguars going into the 4th quarter, and then when everything started to implode, he said him and his girl got up.
Oh, that now I can't respect that.
Well,
you have to be able to take it from all the people that you've been giving it to.
Towards the end, he said him and his lady had to go. So
for their safety, maybe.
All right, so 2 questions that we will carry into the next seg. 641-1010. Hit the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. But Big Sirs, ponder these. You may have already answered them with all of our discussion to this point. If getting a deal takes too long, would it be wrong for Josh Allen to ask to be traded? Just ponder that one. And then another one is Trevor considered a bust now? And I think those...
Now?
Yeah, I think the conversation...
It took till now,
yeah,
bro?
Warranted, fair. You should already be having it. Look, he's nowhere near what he was supposed to be. That is as simple as it gets. And the team isn't anywhere near where you were supposed to be when you had back-to-back #1 overall picks. The coaching has been poor. He's been through countless coordinators and on and on and on. But it still comes down to the player. So you answer that in just a second on a Mokama Beer Company Monday.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. The Gator Boys are back and ready to defend their national title.
Florida will cut down the nets. Winners of the national championship.
This is Gator Country. Your home for Gators hoops is 1010XL.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
Jacksonville Hickens calling it. Checkmate Coating, my MVP. Tough, slick floors that dominate any space.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On November 10th, 1990, the Phoenix Suns defeat the Denver Nuggets 173-143 to tie a record held by the Celtics for most points scored in a non-overtime game.
Jacksonville is my hometown, and nobody knows roofing like me. I'm Ronnie, the owner of Brandon Roofing. We handle everything from repairs to full roof replacements, start to finish. We give honest quotes, use quality materials, and clean up like we were never there. We all look at Google reviews, so go ahead and check out ours. We're proud of all our 5-star ratings. I would say we treat you like family, but some people don't like theirs. Go to BrandonRoofing.com today to schedule your free roof quote.
License number CCC 1328006.
I'm with Refuse Cycles of Jacksonville, and the fall part of the year just offers so much fun, especially when you're out and about. Tell everybody what's happening with Triumph right now.
They have got a lot of new models on the road, from Scrambler 400s. They've got the legendary Rocket motorcycle. Lots of really cool bikes to choose from.
And the price point and all the tricks that come with the Triumph bike, they're all there.
They're all there. Entry level to the greatest of the great. We've got them.
Look for them online, cyclesofjacksonville.com. Check out their Facebook page or that showroom on Atlantic near Regency.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $3,600 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Cool air and clean air. Getting out from under that Florida sun and cooling off inside is where Florida Home AC shines. Think about it. You spend a lot of time indoors, and air quality is crucial to your health and comfort. Pollutants like dust, pollen, germs, and allergens can build up, affecting your well-being. Florida Home is dedicated to enhancing your indoor experience with superior air quality solutions like whole home air purification systems. Find out by logging on to FloridaHomeAC.com or call 877-4300.
There's lots of reasons to use Kuhn flowers when you need to send floral arrangements. This is JJ with 1010XL. No matter what the reason or the occasion, Kuhn Flowers delivers with only the best. Log on to KuhnFlowers.com and make someone's day.
Jacksonville's building a fence along the goal line. This is the Superior Fence and Rail Defensive Player of the Game. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
Jarian Jones was sensational over the weekend for the Teal and Black. The Jacksonville cornerback had 4 tackles versus Houston, as well as 2 passes defended, and pitched in an interception on what was an incredible day. Performances like this should give 22 more time on the field, and he's your Superior Fence and Rail's defensive player of the game.
You waited forever for your new fence. Then strangers show up. Subcontractors rushing the job. Sent by the company you trusted. Frustrating, right? Superior Fence and Rail promises better. Their professionally trained builders deliver quality you can trust. No subcontractors, no shortcuts. Just the superior craftsmanship your home deserves.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
That's something we definitely need to talk about as a staff and as a group that hasn't been good enough all season and wasn't good enough today. So, there's a combination. It's never one group's fault when you lose a game. That's not what we're going to do here, but it definitely is a challenge for us at the moment.
It's Mocama Monday on XL Primetime. Head to the tap room at Fernandina Beach every day that ends with Y and enjoy some Mocama.
That was Liam Cohen after the game, cut courtesy of Jaguars.com, talking about the 4-man rush. Yeah, it is a problem. And it's worth pointing out that Anthony Campanile, he didn't dismiss it this past week, but he said they're trying to figure out ways to get to the quarterback, that it shouldn't be a panic button right now. But Leon,
he didn't dismiss it, but he's not endorsed again. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah. And it's unacceptable.
It is.
Okay, I like the fact that Liam is saying it ain't where it needs to be.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough. You're not getting a return on your investment from Josh Hines-Allen, and then Trayvon Walker's going to want a deal at the end of the season. And you're talking about 2 cats that got under 3 sacks, and we're going into week 9, 10, whatever it may be, week 10.
Yeah,
it's unacceptable.
And they're at the bottom of the NFL ladder in terms of sacks.
Yeah, 12.
And they went, and Danielle Hunter. Dude,
he worked. Listen, Walker Little did not sleep well last night. He's got to see him in his nightmares, his dreams, because he beat him. Listen, he came up with more ways to get beat by him in a game than I've seen in my whole entire life. Beat him inside, beat him outside, ran him over, ran around him. I mean, that covers the gamut. It covers the gamut, does it not?
And your T&E game, which you might want to explain it again, because I know people love hearing a little more intel, and sometimes we go a little deep and don't realize that people don't know. But when you say run a game.
Yeah, well, yeah, they ran a 3-man game on them. Okay, so they had the D tackles. They had one at a 7, which is outside walk a little, one at a 5 and a 3, and the 2 D tackles slanted to the left, and then Hunter came around where the center was, and then Hainsey whiffed on him when he came around on that 3-man game, and then he was right in Trevor's face and got a sack.
And this was just for what you guys, and I know most of you guys saw it, and you don't necessarily want to relive it, but this was after Danielle Hunter basically just bull rush Walker Little.
Yeah.
Okay, and just intimidated him, beat him, and got Trevor on the ground. And then what was it? 1 or 2 snaps later, he does that stunt inside.
Inside, 3-man game.
And he gets Trevor on the ground again.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're talking about affecting the quarterback. Matt Hayes' famous line, affect and protect. Well, this team ain't protected him, and that team has affected him.
Well, here's the thing, what I don't understand, and I play offensive line 11 years in the NFL, is that if the center, if you got a guy on you and he slants away from you, the 2 guys slant away from you, you got to know as a center that somebody's coming around. Hainsey's looking to his right when he should be looking to his left because he got defenders here going to the left. So he's got to know that if they're going to the left, that means they got somebody coming around. So instead of him going left, he went right, and by the time he turned around, Hunter was already past him. Yeah. But come on, I'm sure you watch film and you've seen this stunt so many times, you know that somebody's coming around when they're slanting to the left. I mean, that's just being football smart.
Yeah, and so this football team is not necessarily football smart right now. They obviously have the penalty flags to prove that, and they're not physical enough, and that's where we're at, okay? And we got so many people that are jumping in on it that we need to stay on this subject. The quarterback whisperer will be coming in. We'll talk a little bit more about them. Not just this quarterback here, but the quarterbacks around the world of college football and around the National Football League. I'm laughing. Cohen is the Napier of the NFL, says one of our prime-timers. Lots of words and nothing on Sunday, and Trevor below average. And look, I think it's fair game for any of these guys. I think Cohen has done a decent amount in a short amount of time with a serious uphill climb based on this roster and where this football team is. But I don't think anybody gets off the hook. Before the half, they had 3 timeouts. They had an opportunity to do something, and they might have felt like they had it in the bag at that point. I have no idea. And then in the end, you need to have at least a play sheet and a control of this offense to say, you know what? We aren't accepting anything less than a first down. Moving the chains.
Even before what you just said, to go back to what you said right before halftime. If you have arguably the second best kicker in the league, at least the longest kicker in the league, you know that right before halftime you have a cheat code where you can get an easy 3 points. Yeah. So why are you going to half with 2 timeouts in your pocket?
It was a mystery to me too, man. And I'm sitting there, I'm trying to figure it all out.
Well, maybe he's like, Trevor's going to throw a pick.
Yeah.
Which happened.
They went into this periods of this game worried about their quarterback. And that is the worst possible thing you can say about a guy who was drafted number 1 overall. The Barbecugan, as we end the noon hour, he says, Josie, does Sonny's have that beer and brown water available today? We need both for that barbecue to drown out our Jaguar sorrows. I'm with you, bro. Listen, they'll serve you some cold ones with some good hot barbecue. It is XL Primetime as we head into the 1 o'clock hour.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford.
And he's not moving. That was a heck of a hit.
Good health is an important part of a successful program.
A guy who was number 5 on our depth chart is now our starting wideout.
Listen for the personal injury attorneys Farah and Farah Injury Update.
Jacksonville
on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more, or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
AA Automotive helps keep your vehicle in dependable and safe condition. Call Sam, Harry, or Joe, and they'll check your brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and motor, so your ride runs smooth on the road. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street.
Joe C. for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. And if your dream is to create that space where you're living large in your backyard, then you need to get with the good people at CSS. They put a gas log in our fireplace, an awesome fire pit out back where the kids can toast s'mores and we can just hang out and watch the game. It's all part of your outdoor living experience with CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
I'm Max Fink, and I'll bring you the Gator Report several times weekly to keep you connected to Gainesville.
The Gator Report, put together by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gator! Duck Duck Rooter is a full-service plumbing company. They can handle any plumbing project, from clogged drains, water heater replacements, septic to city sewer conversions, backflow testing, lift stations, large-scale repipe jobs. They really do it all. Duck Duck Rooter has highly skilled technicians that will solve your problem right the first time. Check out their reviews on Google and give them a call. Servicing both commercial and residential customers.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
Home of the Jaguars, WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach, WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hi, folks. It's Frank Frangie. Did you know that individuals over age 60 have great results on Awaken 180? See how you could drop weight and get off your medications in just 3 months with Awaken 180's Golden Program. Visit Awaken180weightloss.com.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental. With light sedation for cleaning, then deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
The Golf Club of Southampton has big plans for 2026, renewing the greens plus plenty more. But right now's the time to take advantage of member opportunities before the big renovation. Now until the end of December, you can join and save $1,500 off their initiation fee, plus $500 back in a gift card with a 12-month commitment. All the details are at golfsouthampton.com. Playability for every skill level and a huge practice area to hone your game. Lock in now and enjoy membership privileges at the Golf Club of Southampton.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. I love Hello Smooth Med Spa, my go-to for skin health and beauty. Their biggest event of the year is November 19th, National Botox Day. Huge deals, local vendors, and it benefits Make-A-Wish. Don't miss it. Visit HelloSmooth.com for more details.
Now, the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
You always need clutch plays when in Clutch City, and Parker Washington made sure to live up to that billing. In the second quarter, the Jacksonville returner would bring back the Houston punt 73 yards for a touchdown, giving the squad a 17-0 lead with 11:40 left in the quarter. The Washington score is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Hi, folks. Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Ever wonder what to do with leftover paint that you don't want? Here's a few options. Paint can be placed in the regular trash if it's dry. Simply stir in kitty litter to a thick consistency. Then wait a few days with the lid off till it dries. Also, if the paint is good, there's many charities or churches that would love to have it. If you'd like more tips or have a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting!
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
The Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Good Brothers Roof and Gutters. Jaylen Brown scored 27 points to send the Boston Celtics to a 111-107 win over the Orlando Magic on Sunday night. Paolo Banchero scored 14 of his 28 points in the fourth quarter for Orlando. Franz Wagner and Jalen Suggs scored 20 points apiece. The Magic look to get back to their winning ways tonight as they'll host the Portland Trail Blazers at 7 p.m. Right now, 58 degrees at 101. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3.
All right, the quarterback whisperer is in. Denny Thompson joins us right here on XL Primetime after a crazy week. College football, NFL action from yesterday that we will definitely dig into. It's been primarily the Jaguars, as you can imagine, bro. It's what the hell was that Monday on XL Primetime? Are you in on that?
Well, kind of. I mean, kind of, but I will also say, and I have backup to this, and I think probably all of us did. It's like at some point in the fourth quarter, I went, wait a second. I've seen this before. Like, this is exactly what's about to happen. They're going to come back. They're going to score twice. We're going to get the ball with 50 seconds left, and we're going to fumble. Literally said that. We're going to throw a pick or fumble. And it's just like, what? Why are we able to predict this?
Yeah.
Why are we able to feel this? Like, it's such a weird – and if we feel it, they feel it.
Mm-hmm. Denny, I was just talking about this. That I've been in these situations where we've had a big lead on the team going into the fourth quarter. They gain a little momentum. They're at home. And we get together collectively and say, okay, listen, the wheels are falling off. Let's find a way to get a couple of first downs and end this game or kick a field goal or whatever. That's what they couldn't find a way to get a first down, bro. I mean, 3 and out. 93-play drive, 93-yard drive, touchdown. Once they got that other touchdown, I said, this is over.
Once they got within one score, I think the entire city knew exactly what was going to happen.
And look, and Jag is in the dictionary. You look it up, and it's such a Jag way to lose. But the Trayvon Walker roughing the passer, you could argue it. I 100% posted define what roughing the passer is because he brought force and speed to sack the quarterback, and yet just because two helmets collide doesn't mean you rough the passer. Bottom line is he got the flag, kept the drive alive, they get in the end zone. The other one is the Jarian Jones, defensive pass interference. You can't – it's impossible to win against the ref in those situations.
But Joe, the fact that we're even bringing these things up – When Houston came out and literally said, we don't want to be here right now.
Fumbled twice.
Yeah, right, we're just going to give you guys, will you please take us out of our
Also,
business?
after that pass interference, they got 2 penalties on themselves to go back 10 yards, and it didn't even matter.
Yeah, they still got in the end zone. Yes. It is true. And that was that the Jalen catch in the back of the end zone? I think it was. Anyway, yeah, you're right. You can't use officiating as excuses. It just is the killer of those. Yeah. What the end result was of both of those drives.
There's not many times in the NFL where the other team tries to hand you the game.
Yeah, they did.
And they tried, and the Jags just didn't take it.
Yeah, multiple times. We went back and just kind of read back each exchange possession-wise what they did, and it was the interception, the fumble, so on and so forth. And they had a golden opportunity to beat a team inside the division. And Leon, you preach this all the time. This is the only division opponent they've seen to this point. And if you could have swept them 2-0, getting ready for the Texans and the Colts, or Titans and the Colts, you're in a great situation.
Yeah, because the Colts are in the track meet right now. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're running away with the division. And you needed to find a way to stay close. Right now, you're on the back end of the playoffs, if we can even speak of playoffs right now, to where you literally have to – you can't drop any more games. You can't drop any more games if you want to have any kind of say-so in making the playoffs.
I'm going to take it one more layer than that, too, is everything's new down there. And you had a chance yesterday to go 6-3 and go, okay, all this past is gone. But you did the opposite. You did exactly the opposite. You let all of that bad crap back in, And now everybody's got that same feeling that they've had the last 2 years. And now you, in some way, you almost got to start over. If you're Liam, you got to walk in that locker room today and almost play psychiatrist and go, okay, hold on now. We gave this away. Let's look at how we gave this away. But more importantly, let's make sure that this don't turn into, what was it, a couple years ago where they rattled off 5 or 6 in a row.
They lost 5 or 6.
Well, Matt Hayes is not here. He calls it the funk. The funk is still here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it was.
I didn't think it was either.
Yeah.
Until yesterday.
I just feel like, and I'm not making excuses for this squad, and I'm just repeating it because Denny's in here now, but there's not enough good roster players based on the way this team was built with the Balky-led draft. I tweeted out yesterday, Parker Washington is Trent Baalke's greatest draft choice ever, okay? He was in the 5th round, and this dude is doing work. And yet you have so many other first-rounders on this team, Denny. And Leon, you got first-rounders across the board. The Anton Harrisons, the ETNs, the Trevors, the BTJs. You can go to the other side. Eric Armstead wasn't this team's first-rounder, but he is a first-rounder. Trayvon, Josh Hines, Allen. It's endless, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that was a good chance yesterday, too, to go, we didn't have Travis Hunter. We didn't have BTJ.
Yeah.
We still found a way to win.
Yeah.
And, just a lot of things went out the window yesterday, unfortunately.
All right,
I just hate that.
So let's do Trevor, okay? Because that's what everyone is in on right now. And I'm not trying to say any of us, we all felt like Trevor with Liam Cohen had the potential
absolutely
to be much better as a combo. Look at that coach. Look at that quarterback. They come together. Boom. He's playing his worst football as a professional.
Yeah. The last couple weeks, he's definitely gone a little bit backwards. Y'all know I'm a Trevor fan, and I know this is putting him mildly, but he's got to play better. This team's just not going to win. I'm enough of a Trevor fan to say it this way. He should be the reason you're winning games, not the reason you're losing games. He should be one of those 10 quarterbacks in the NFL that, with his talent and his skill set, that if you get in the 4th quarter and it's a 7-point game either way, you're like, bet, we got this because we got 16. He's not. He's not even close to that. He's the opposite of that right now. And I don't know what it is. The talent hadn't gone away. At times it looks good, but something has to change. And I think that's the frustrating thing for all of us, because I think even people who are down on Trevor will know, like, this dude's so talented, but it's just running out of time. And when he took the contract, everybody's fuse got a little bit shorter.
Oh, yeah.
Rightfully so. And you just can't lose games like that, man. What were they, plus 3 in possessions?
Yeah.
Plus 3, plus 4, maybe. Plus 4 because they got the ball for a second half. They took away the initial, right, which is huge, Leon, right?
Yeah, you're right.
They won the toss both halves, basically.
Yeah, because they ended up stopping him first go around.
Well, here's the thing. We heard Trevor in this presser. I mean, does Trevor know that he has to play better? Because
he has to.
But he never addresses it. And I didn't hear him say, "Hey, I have to play better. It's on me. I'm the leader of this team. If we're going to win ball games, it's going to be because I don't hear that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
JJ, you're going to have to work the soundbite in at
give
the
it to
end.
me.
We suck right now because it's deserving.
Yeah, I would rather hear that.
Yeah.
That we suck right now.
Yeah, because
I want truth.
Right, and Denny, you know as well as any of us, like, Leon is a Pro Bowl right tackle, but he can only do so much. Okay, he can do his job, but other guys got to bust off either big runs or big throws. Trevor is the engine. Okay, and it's like I keep quoting Morgan Wallen. Okay, somebody's looking around going, "I'm the problem, but you might be the reason."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. No, even defensively yesterday, I kind of felt bad for those guys. I mean, come out balling. There's no way that in the 4th quarter they're thinking, "Oh, we got a game here." At that point, they're thinking they're pinning their ears back and we got something. Offense just needs to score one more time. It's just not good complementary team football right now. It's hard. It seems way and also, by the way, they are 5-4, right? Like, so you still kind of have that hope. But that almost makes it worse.
Yeah, I might give that as a kind of silver lining tomorrow,
right?
But not today because the golden opportunity was there, and they 100% blew it. And you can look at the 4th quarter. Look at the 4th quarter. JJ cut him up. 4th quarter highlights: Mills to Higgins, Mills to Schultz, Mills rushing TD, Lawrence pick. Those are the 4 big moments in the fourth quarter. You get outscored 26-0.
Yeah, it's wild in the NFL. That's wild. That's absolutely wild.
So I know you can't tear down. All right, let's do this coming up here in a second. But I know you can't tear down a quarterback right now, meaning we got to do this and not that. But what can they do? They still have a bunch of ball games left, bro.
Wait, I just want to make sure because I don't want the people to.
Right.
You think I'm going to have that answer?
I don't know. I want someone to have that answer. I need someone to have that answer. Okay, because I have forgotten about footwork in the last few weeks. I don't know what in the world's going on. I'm worried about the arm, okay? I don't know about the foot. But leading a crossing receiver is so dang important. All right, we'll keep it going. We got the quarterback whisper. We got to bring up some college ball as well. It is XL Primetime Mokama Beer Company Monday, and we are knee-deep in a pint of it right now.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies. A strong fence makes a good fence. A strong defense makes a good team.
They're the best defense in the league for a reason.
Each week, Superior Fence and Rail presents the Defensive Player of the Game. Go, let's go! On 1010XL.
Hi, I'm John Haney from Clearwater Gutters and Drainage. After heavy rains, the problems are obvious. Mulch blown out of your beds, water standing around your foundation, and that fancy new crater back behind your bushes. Let Clearwater Seamless Gutters help you solve the problem spots.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters.
And drainage, too.
Find out more at clearwaterjacks.com.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically, if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Graceful like a heel.
You have two women?
Strong-minded like a helmet.
Good.
Tom McManus straps on the helmet and joins Lauren Brooks and Taylor Dahl.
Helmets and heels.
Afternoons 2 to 4. Served by Green Law Group on 1010XL.
Lucas Tree Service is a certified arborist and a local family-owned business with over 45 years of experience. They specialize in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for both residential and commercial properties. Get prepared for storm season and receive top-notch customer service from Lucas Tree Service, 904-241-3533. Online at lucastreeservice.com. Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through November 13th. Financing available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust.
License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
Their sound shaped music for generations to come. Toto, live. One special night with hit after hit. March 2nd at St. Augustine Amphitheater. On sale now at AXS.com. Don't miss an evening with Toto, live.
Introducing the Jags Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
E.T. here, and if you've ever been injured in an accident, you have 14 days to see a doctor and protect your insurance benefits. You have the right to choose your own doctor, too. And I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation, the auto accident experts.
Hey, Hicken here. This episode brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right gets you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football season. Simple to play. You pick more or less on at least two player stats. If you get your picks right, you cash in. On Prize Picks, how you play is up to you. You want flexibility? Choose Flex Play, where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. And if you want the biggest payouts, go for the Power Play. No matter your play, Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. When your player leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks doesn't count it as a loss. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code 1010XL. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code 1010XL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, man. It's good to be right.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Shotgun for Mills. He drops the throw. Four-man rush. Looking, scrambling to his left. He's going to run it. He's going to run it to the 5. He's going to run into the end zone for a touchdown. Davis Mills just scrambled for a 14-yard touchdown. My goodness.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Yeah, in the famous words of C Daddy, oh no. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. How you let, I don't even know what Davis Mills would be clocked at in the 40, Leon, if you had to guess.
Well, I checked it yesterday. His pro day, his second pro day, he ran a 4.58.
Oh, okay.
Not bad.
Really?
That was probably a while ago.
I didn't check.
Yeah.
I had to
But
check.
the fact that there contains already a big discussion point when it comes to this defense. But my gosh, man, angles of attack, and for him to rumble 14 yards for the score, the go-ahead. And now it's 16-32, the series right now, okay? So they're batting around 340. The the road record is now 7-17 for the Jags up there in H-Town, down there in H-Town. So anyway, we got the quarterback whisperer in here for one more seg. I gave you a few minutes to go ahead and fix Trevor. You have the answer? Are you ready?
No.
Like I said, I have forgotten about footwork the last couple of weeks, but I feel like sometimes you roll into a garage and you think it's going to be something big, and they said, no, we just need to remove this chip, and they can put another one in, and boom, we're running and rolling again. They need to remove some chip or something. I don't know what it is.
Well, I think, I don't know if I can say it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, something has to change. I immediately think about Tony Baselli, though, because I think that if there's a guy who has enough to him and can go in there and turn over some tables if he needs to, and not lose respect from I don't think they've had that before, but I think he is that guy, and I think he's like the perfect guy for that. Right?
Yeah.
I feel better that Tony's in there right now than I have all year. Nothing against Tony. It's just like, okay, that's the first thing I thought of. Okay, Tony's going to take this thing over. Like, it's not going to get to where it was before, but it all depends on 16. There's only so much you can do. He touches the ball every play. Not only does he have to play better, he's got to make this his team. It's not even like we need a little bit more. No, Trev, we need a lot more. We don't need just a small adjustment. We need like a whole different frame of thought of, this is my whole city, my whole team. I've attached myself to this. I signed this contract, and come hell or high water, I'm going to do whatever it takes to win football games. And I'm sure he'll tell you he has that, but it doesn't play that way.
Well, I mean, listen, I totally agree with you as far as Tony goes, because of, Tony was the blueprint for this franchise's success when he got here, drafted in 1995. But there's a part of me that says that a lot of these young cats can't really associate themselves with what Baselli did back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so how much of an influence would he have on them if he just went over there and started calling them out? I mean, I think in the offensive line meeting room, the credentials or the gold jacket, I mean, I believe Tony will go right in there and say, "Hey, listen, this is unacceptable.
Yeah. Well,
you're not playing well."
I also think we all know Tony, right? Like fairly well. He's got the right personality because he's. I mean, if you can argue with Tony if you want to, but you're not going to be right, like ever, right? So and I think that's what it takes with these guys, man. I think that takes like the only sustained period of success that we've ever had in Jacksonville is with you guys, right?
There has not 4 back-to-back playoff years. There has not been another since then.
And it was way different.
Yeah,
it was way different then. Like we can talk about coughing all we want, but you guys refused to lose those games. You guys, like when we went to the stadium and everybody went to the stadium, it was much different than it is now. It's like we're coming here as 80,000 people to win. Y'all felt that. Y'all fueled that. We haven't had that in years here.
Yeah. We've had pockets of success, not even periods of success. Just like, oh, wait a minute, I found a $20 bill when I turned the corner kind of feeling. And then you spend it and it's gone. and so this one is 5-7, 2005, 2007, 2017, 2022.
Yeah.
That's hardly enough in the 21st century.
No. In the 2017 and the 2022, in both of those situations, you had young rosters, and you thought, oh, okay, well, this is when we're going to get going.
Yeah.
You thought it was sustainable.
Just the beginning.
Right.
Yeah,
you thought it was sustainable. Yeah.
Just the beginning of something special. And you guys carried it from the 90s into the O's, but then once you left and
but the end of theirs, everybody knew. Everybody knew y'all had cap problems and like
to the hill.
Y'all got the most out of the run. It feels like we're not getting anything out of.
So one guy shoots us a picture on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures off of Reddit. Trevor Lawrence simply isn't who we thought he was. He's generationally average, and I get the feeling because like Skog's one of our guys. He's saying you're supposed to be generational with the quarterback, genius with the coach. We need to take those 2 words out of our vocabulary until they change our minds again, because neither one of them are basically doing what you expected them to do when they walked through the door. And for Trevor, this is 5 years since he walked through the door.
I don't know that that's fair with Liam.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is at the minimum, this is 5 years since Trevor walked through the door. Yeah. Liam's got his work cut out for him because this roster isn't what he would like it to be.
Right.
Because his quarterback's getting, once again, mauled 2 seconds into a play. Would you say it's about right?
About that. Yeah. But then you look at a team like the Patriots. I mean, why is their turnover so unique and different from ours?
Yeah. Well, nobody's trying to hear this today, and I understand that. But the combination of your 2 top receivers out, and then not having time, isn't a good combination for any quarterback, right? You don't really have trust with anybody. You got a receiver out there who's been there for 3 days.
Yeah.
Like you don't.
And he had 2 catches for.
I think he led the team in yards.
Yeah, was it 40 yards?
Jeez.
Yeah, I think I've got it right here. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't have the trust to go, okay, my offensive line's not giving me the time I need, so everything's got to be in rhythm, which requires that I know where that receiver is going to be at all times. I mean, who out there besides Parker Washington does he have any real reps with? And again, I'm not making an excuse for Trevor at all. He's got to play better. But the whole thing's got to get better offensively. ETN is I love the way ETN's running the ball. Like, I mean, he's a star. And then you've got pieces in this thing, and again, they're 5-4. You got pieces in this thing where you could see a run, but it's got to start with 16. 16's got to come out blazing next game.
So help me with the one crosser before we're done with Trevor.
By the way, Jacoby Myers finished with 3 catches, 41 yards.
Okay, 41.
Led the team in both.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
3 and
tied with Parker Washington with 3 catches, but he had the most yards receiving yesterday.
And there was a big discussion on Jaguars today and I kind of agree because I was thinking the same thing at the time. Liam Cohen throws the challenge flag to make sure that the Jacoby Myers catch on the sidelines was at the cone, that it would be a first down, so they wouldn't have to go through a 3rd and 1 and have Trevor have to deliver another throw. And it seems like he's nervous when it comes to counting on his quarterback. So give me the crosser route, because there have been 2 or 3 crossing routes that have been problems for Trevor and Travis Hunter and BTJ and Parker and Diami. We can go down the line with these guys. But this one, this is training camp Trammell, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, Austin Trammell's trying to beat Derek Stingley Jr. That's where this wide receiver core is. And Trevor is not leading his guy across. In other words, for every step Trammell takes, he's further from the quarterback.
I actually have not seen that play.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times on those crosser routes that those balls get picked off. This one was behind him, though.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of times, and what you find out is like that receiver running the route was giving up a little bit of ground and just got undercut. And a lot of times it's just like you got to stay flat on that because that guy's got to run through you. But I don't think that, from what I've heard, I don't think that's the case in this one. It is a little bit different. Some quarterbacks struggle with vertical timing, like how much do I lead vertically? Others struggle horizontally. And that just kind of seems what it is. It's like, I don't know if he's trying to be too aimey with it and not just trying to shoot it out in front of him.
This one looked electronic.
It's a hard throw. It is a hard throw. It seems easy, but you've got hands everywhere when you're throwing that. Brock Purdy throws the piss out of that. And I don't even know how because he's small. But it is a very hard throw for most quarterbacks, college, NFL, whatever it is. Should be made though. When you're making what he's making, should be made.
Exactly, that part right there.
Yeah.
That part right there.
Yeah.
You got to lead the receiver.
You're the best in the world. You're a pro.
Yes,
you're a pro. So hard should not be a factor. Like you're one of the 32 best in the world at what you do. You should be able to make that throw.
The New England Patriots, Leon mentioned a minute ago. Right now, Drake May, believe it or not, is the betting favorite to win the MVP. He's plus 250. Josh Allen had a horrible game yesterday. El Boogie's coming back as they beat the Vikings. Mahomes is Mahomes. In the end, he'll probably be right back up there. Anyway, you have to be impressed with what Mike Vrabel stepping in and Drake May in now just his second season. I love the Drake.
I had a NFL quarterback coach 3 years ago was in our facility, and we were just chatting. And this was before Drake this was his last year at North Carolina. And he said to me, that's the best quarterback I've ever scouted.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I remember thinking, like, what? You're crazy. And he's starting to look pretty smart right now.
Yeah. And the thing is that what I like about him, I'm calling Pop-Tart because that's when I interviewed him at the ACC kickoff, he's sitting down just making all sorts of crumbs on my table with that Pop-Tart. But he plays within himself. He can move. Yeah. He can look like a giraffe sometimes when he moves.
He's very athletic.
But he is athletic. He can take off, but he's also not going to sacrifice the body. He's not going to imagine that he can run 30 yards faster than he can deliver a dime 30 yards.
The skill set between him and Trevor are very similar.
Yeah.
Very, very similar skill sets.
And Trevor's starting to figure out that he needs to take off. I wish he would have figured this out a hell of a lot earlier in his career. He did dive for a couple of important yards yesterday when they were trying to sustain a drive and get first down yardage. But these things just seem so awkward for Trevor right now. Again, year 5 when Drake's doing it year 2.
Yeah. Have you guys noticed, and not take away from this, but I think it's relevant. The last year or two, when you're watching games, like we used to see 5 and 6 to 1 touchdown to interception ratios. It got crazy for a while. That's kind of gone away. And when you watch games now, guys are covered better. I don't know if like people are doing a better job of matching routes because that's really all the defenses are doing now is we're matching, number 1 through number 2 or 2 through 1. Like, I mean, it's zone man, but it eventually ends up in man in some way. And I don't know if defenses have just caught on to route combinations. But it seems like it's more important than ever that the quarterback run. Yeah. That's my point.
Yeah.
Because they're getting back there and they're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's like nobody's open.
Right.
Am I going to take this check down that he's going to get annihilated on for 1 yard, or am I going to pull it down and try to get 3 or 4?
And that 1 yard throw, we have seen guys get killed over that as opposed to
recipe.
Right. As opposed to I can go for positive yards here. I can't run for a mile, but I can go for positive yards here, and I can give myself a chance to move some chains.
Well, that's another weapon when it comes to man coverage. When they're in man coverage and everybody's going deep, if there's nobody there, the quarterback taking off, that's another weapon.
100%.
You better believe it. Yeah. All right, hit of that, JJ.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
All right, a quick one before we break. Brian Daboll has been canned by the New York Giants. Not exactly a shock after yesterday's loss to the Bears.
But it does bring up a topic, and it'll probably be one that we will bring up with Gio later on. Jackson Dart has been in the concussion protocol or in the tent evaluated for concussion-like symptoms 4 times this year, and he put him in harm's way again yesterday when they had a double-digit lead. Anyway, Brian Dable out. That's interesting. Good play caller, but ran out of time. And then now Danny
got into it with the doctors one time about the injuries a couple weeks ago.
So fired up.
Yeah, he was.
And then Daniel Jones, meanwhile, leaves Dable and is doing okay.
I just don't understand from a organizational standpoint. If you're that close to firing your coach, fire him before you pick the quarterback.
Yeah.
Don't let the coach pick the quarterback and then fire him.
Although I like his pick.
Yeah.
Well, sure, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, now
agree.
some other guy comes in, and I don't know. It's just such a weird. If you're that close, man, and you're about to draft your franchise quarterback in the first round, then just go fire him.
Yeah, Russell Wilson, my gosh.
Done it
Russ.
again.
He is so bad. All right, Denny, thank you, sir.
All right, boys.
The quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson, in the house.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. Non-stop Knowles. Search 1010XL Seminoles on YouTube.
It's your boy, Big Sirs, all-pro lineman and your lemon pepper guy. That the screams game day like Wingstop. But get this. Every Saturday and Sunday this football season, score big with Wingstop's special deal. Order 100 wing pack online at wingstop.com or the Wingstop app using promo code JAX20 and get $20 off. That's right, carry out or delivery. It's your call. Use online promo code JAX20 for $20 off 100 wing pack special. Fire up your game day. Order this weekend with Wingstop.
Now, the Florida Gator Report on 1010XL, brought to you by San Jose Collision.
The Florida Gators fell to the 5th-ranked Georgia Bulldogs 24-20 in a hard-fought battle as interim head coach Billy Gonzalez led the team for the first time. The Gators now fall to 3-5 on the season with 4 games remaining on the schedule, beginning with a road matchup at Kentucky this Saturday at 7:30.
Hey, Hicken here. Cooler weather right around the corner, but you can extend your swim season with Surfside Pools. This month, Surfside Pools offering 10% off new pool heaters or heater replacements and installation. Keep the good times rolling, no matter the season. Upgrade your pool heating system now for months of extra enjoyment. Only from Surfside Pools, the trusted name for expert pool service. Family owned and operated. Call 246-2666 or visit surfsidepools.net.
License number CPC 044080.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, they'll show up for you and eliminate pests quicker, just like they did at my house, because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. That's right, Terminix it.
Tuesday, November 11th is Veterans Day, and we'll be honoring those who have served our nation all day and night at String Sports Brewery in Jags Beach with a free barbecue sandwich, sides, and a beer. That's for all veterans and active duty military members anytime on Veterans Day. Plus, our show's going to be there live from 4 to 6. So thanks to our friends at the Fire Watch for putting this on. So come out and hang out with us and honor veterans. That's at Strings on Veterans Day, November 11th.
Tired of running out of hot water? It's probably time for a new water heater. Call Duck Duck Rooter, the plumbing pros who specialize in water heater installation and service, including tankless water heaters, gas or electric. Call us today for service. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Hicken here for Oceanside Cleaners, the very best in dry cleaning service. Free pickup and delivery, or use their self-service kiosk in Ponte Vedra and Southside for drop-off and pickup. Dry cleaning, laundry, bedding, and bridal gown preservation. If it's got fabric, they can clean it. Oceanside Cleaners.
I'm Frank Franzi, and I've been telling you how proud I am of my daughter Amber, who's lost so much weight on Awaken 180. But it's been a while now, so I wonder if it's something she can maintain. So I sort of asked her, how's it going?
So far, so good, Dad. But you're right, it has been a while. But that's the beauty of the Awaken 180 plan. There's so much variety in the food choices. You don't get bored.
You look great. Do you feel better?
I feel so much better. And I know it's because of the weight loss and how it's changed my lifestyle. So there's no chance I won't sustain it.
Well, what about over the holidays? Look, you grew up in our home, and you know we love the holidays.
Oh, I still plan on enjoying the holidays. I just plan on doing it by eating right. And I've already had the conversation with my coach. She understands the challenges of the holidays, and she's guided so many folks just like me through this. We've already made a plan.
So take my kid's word for it. Awaken 180 works. It's sustainable even over the holidays. So change your life by calling 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, my takeaway is that this Jaguar team has hit rock bottom. People say, well, yeah, they're 5-4. No one should feel good about themselves after this game on Sunday. Absolutely nobody. Coaching staff, players, trainer, person that folds your towel in the locker room. Nobody. All right? The thing is how you get out of it. When you blow a 19-point lead in the fourth quarter, how do you get up out of this rumble? You got to figure it out. And no one has the answer but the guys in the locker room. I don't care. Coaches can say whatever they want to say. It's those guys in the locker room. They got to figure it out. Because that's embarrassing. That's absolutely embarrassing against a divisional rival with everything at stake that you fold your tent in the fourth quarter like that.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is that when you can't say that this football team doesn't look at themselves and say we're capable of beating anybody, because that's your mindset, that's your makeup. These are all professional football players. I'm not saying that they're not good enough. As a whole, it may add up that they're not good enough, but they have already won 5 compared to losing 4. So they're good enough to win. But when you are in these situations and you're down numbers-wise with the injuries, and Denny just pointed it out, you could have gone to Houston without a healthy Brian Thomas Jr., a healthy Travis Hunter, and you go down the line with the other guys that were MIA. They got Devin Lloyd back. They got plays from a lot of guys that you don't necessarily expect a Parker Washington return on a punt for a touchdown to pop up. But they got plays from guys, and they still figured out a way to lose this ball game. That's the kick in the shorts.
Yeah, that's the gut punch right there.
And I don't know whether
But you found more ways to lose than win.
Yeah,
especially down the stretch.
So you're basically saying they got to look at the classic man in the mirror.
Yeah,
and figure out a way that they're going to, because they got Jimmy Harbaugh.
Yeah, they look good last night.
And the LA Chargers.
Damn good.
Coming to town. And they have also survived some injuries.
Here's the thing, Joe.
Yeah.
No one cares in the NFL. They don't feel sorry for you, so you might as well do something about it. They don't care if you're down this guy, that guy. The NFL is cruel and harsh. It's a physical game. Guys get hurt. You move on. I know it sounds cold, but it's true. You got to find guys that can step in, and you don't miss a heartbeat. You said the Chargers.
Yeah.
Last night, they didn't look like they were missing nobody. They're missing a lot. They're losing a lot of components on both sides of the ball. Somehow they find a way to get it done.
Well, I'll give both the guys we just mentioned, Jari and Parker, credit for stepping into key roles, because the other guy was down, and it could have been Travis Hunter, Jordan Lewis, however you want to describe the cornerback position. Jari made a play, and then the same thing with Parker. Parker was asked to do multiple things because no BTJ, and he was able to contribute. Yeah, those are the important ones. All right, not just what happened in Houston yesterday. There was plenty of other stuff from the weekend.
The Weekend Rewind, brought to you by Cycles of Jacksonville, the big boy toy store for big boy toy.
What happened this weekend?
The Bears win again.
Second down, a fake, a boot, Williams running, Caleb Williams into the end zone! Did he stay in bounds?
The Colts control the South.
Right back to Taylor with Warren blocking. Touchdown, Taylor! An appropriate finish in Berlin, Germany. It's Taylor's game, and the Colts win in overtime.
Are the Rams the best team in the league?
Play action, man. Wide open is Colby Parkinson. He walks in. It's another Rams score. Guess who? A tight end.
Is it National Tight Ends Day? Somewhere Gronk is in the studio just cheering right now.
Oregon survives.
Less than a half minute. Dante Moore throws. Oh, what a catch and throw to Malik Benson. Ferguson managed to hold, unless we have another timeout. From 39 yards for the win. Up and good. He got it. With 3 seconds left, it looks like Oregon is going to leave Iowa City with a huge victory.
Is Gus Johnson alive?
Mendoza in trouble. It's
The Gators quit.
Four-man rush again. This time the pocket holds, and Lagway lobs it downfield, overthrows man. He's picked off for the second time tonight. Rashid Scott on the return. Sheds a would-be tackler. He's got the sideline, and he's finally brought down. Lagway forced him out of bounds, and it is a Grove Street party here in Lexington tonight.
Yeah, as bad as the Jags loss was yesterday, we have not found the time to get to the SEC leader, DJ Lagway, in picks this season. 12. He threw a trifecta of them and got sat down in Lexington Saturday night. Big Bourbon Nation rising up. The official, this is the game. If Mark Stoops, if he walks away into the bourbon sunset, they will flash his record against Florida over any other school that they've played.
Is that 4 or 5 or 5 or 6?
I can't remember.
But I know before that it was 35 plus years or something.
Since the Reagan administration that Kentucky had beaten Florida in Gainesville. And so it had been a long time. But whatever you're saying, Leon, I can't quite recall because I had to do the bourbon mouthwash with Big Vic again because you had LSU and Alabama and you had Florida, Kentucky. And it's just awful.
And not included was Florida State also getting pounded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
by one of the worst Clemson teams I've ever seen.
I'll never pick them again. We're in our picks. I'll never do it again.
Well, I made some bad picks, but at least I got Clemson. That's really one of the only ones I got right. But if you didn't have a very good weekend, a lousy one, in fact, like some of the ones we're describing right now, head on over to Cycles of Jacksonville. You'll find that fun right there in the showroom on Atlantic near Regency, or log on cyclesofjacksonville.com. So we did mention DJ, 12 interceptions. He gets sat down for the Florida Gators, and you can just imagine the turmoil, everything that's going on inside the program. Once a guy gets canned, somewhere Billy Napier is making it rain with all the money that because they had to pay him half of his deal in the first 30 days.
Yeah, a month.
Yeah, and so he's sitting back, and who knows? He's probably complimenting the other team for beating his Gators again, but whatever. And then you take a look at, who was it? Gus Johnson almost lost his mind up there at State College.
He didn't know what to say.
And I just heard, wow, and an incredible play.
He ended it with, just give him the Heisman right now. I'm assuming he's talking about your boy Mendoza.
Yeah, Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah. Crazy ending in that one.
I started watching the game in the fourth quarter, man.
Yeah.
It was entertaining.
You in America.
Yeah.
And Penn State did that. This is our bowl game. This is our Super Bowl, however you want to describe it. And they brought it. They came up with the effort. And Indiana almost got knocked off. And Kurt Signetti had some
before the game, he was like, they were like, did you know that Indiana's never been in here and won? And he's like, well, they've never played this team.
Yeah.
And then they almost lost. I was ready to retweet that bad boy.
And then he had the one, and it was appropriate when you think about it, but he basically, at the end, he said, you snooze, you lose. And so he's basically saying,
wake up.
Yeah, they kind of fell asleep at the wheel there for a second.
Indiana's going to win the national title.
Oh, stop it, dude.
I don't know about
You're
that.
on drugs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Indiana in basketball, maybe.
All right. It's a whole, this ain't your granddaddy's.
I was going to say.
I agree with that, but.
All right.
And it might even be a fair question. Is it more likely that Indiana will win a football title before a basketball title? All right. It is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and my knee was getting worse, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
I used to dread going to the dentist. Every visit felt like a sales pitch with constant upselling, surprise fees on my bill, and I could never get in when I needed to. But Harbor Dental Care? Totally different. They saw me the next day, gave me honest pricing up front, and even set me up with a payment plan I could actually afford. No pressure, no surprise charges, just kind people who get it. If you want to experience dentistry the way it should be, book your appointment today at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL. Served by Tandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956.
Hey, Jags fans, Tommy Mack here. Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
Are you ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? It's the Black Friday sales event going on now at Renewal by Andersen. Buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 years. This offer expires November 30th. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Hey, Hicken here for Zero Res. It's Thanksgiving time, man. But listen, don't deal with the toughest gravy, cranberry sauce, or pumpkin pie disasters. Let the cleaning freaks do it. Get back to clean. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at $149. A 4th room free with a canned food donation. Ideally, a full bag of cans, not just 1 or 2. Also, take $75 off your air duct cleaning. Call my friend Zero Res right now, 28757, or go online at zeroresjacksonville.com and say you want the 1010 special. Zero Res, spelled backwards and forwards. It spells the same.
Football season is all about hanging at home and watching the big ball games. Well, if your AC and heating unit is letting you down and keeping those electric bills sky high, think about getting a new energy-efficient AC unit from Florida Home AC. They've got great deals on replacements plus rebates and incentives to make it more affordable. Call Florida Home AC at 777-4300 and get their expert staff to take a look. Football season is all about fun and playing for the win. Make sure you have the winning team on your side with Florida Home AC.
Hi, Frank Frangie for Ricketts Electric. Any good lineup needs power. When we needed power at the Bragan Baseball Complex and all the fields we have at Fort Family Park, we trusted Ricketts Electric. You're going to love these guys. The Ricketts family has been providing commercial and residential electric service for years. Call my friend Zach today at 904-320-5960. You can also find them on Facebook and at rickettselectric.com. Ricketts Electric, the city's best power connection. Call them today at 904-320-5960.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Lemon Pepper Locker Room with Leon Searcy. Served up by Wingstop.
All right, Wingstop's got a special over the weekend on Saturdays and Sundays. Using promo code JAX20, you get $20 off 100 wing pack deal.
Order them up.
Order them up. All right, so we're going to talk about this. I just talked about the Jaguars hitting rock bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2 back-to-back years, 95, 96. I was on the Steelers team that hit rock bottom when we went 3-4 and lost to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on the Jaguar team that hit rock bottom that was 4-7. On both of those occasions, we ran the table and made the playoffs. All right, but I'm gonna tell you what incurred before all that is that we had a team meeting because both sides were frustrated by both the performances of the offense and the defense.
Right.
And we called people to the carpet. Whoever wasn't performing, at best, we told them we needed more out you. We needed more out you. If it was Woodson, or if it was Neil O'Donnell, if it was me, if it was whoever it was, we had enough leadership within our locker room to where we could appreciate each other's opinion about what we've been seeing on Sundays.
And then in
same thing in
96,
Jacksonville.
yeah.
Same thing in Jacksonville. We called the defense the carpet. They called the offense the carpet. They told us what they need more of us. I told them we tell them what we need more of them, and get cursed out, get talked about, whatever. But the bottom line is winning ball games.
Yeah.
Can't take any of this stuff personal. Well, if you're not performing at par, you call them. I don't know if this team is equipped to do anything like that.
Holding each other accountable.
At par, yes. I don't know if this team is equipped to do anything like that, but you got to call out guys who ain't getting it done. Call them to the carpet.
And I feel like I don't know that there's any one individual that could change the fortunes that's not named Trevor, because I do think the quarterback can change the fortunes.
He can get called out.
Yeah. No, I'm saying he can.
Yeah.
And I guess what I'm saying is that if one guy said, you know what, you guys are all on my case, I'm going to take it up a notch, I am responsible. That's the only position where one guy could change everyone's fortune, the quarterback. Maybe the pass rusher could do it too. If Josh Hines Allen could get to the quarterback on a somewhat regular basis, that might also be a key to getting this thing well once again. But yeah, too many holes to plug, and they need to figure it out, bro.
Yeah, this guy was in that 96 meeting.
Yeah, so he challenged him too. We'll find out.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Helmets and heels getting ready to roll, and Tommy Mack joins us now, and Leon's talking about a 96 meeting, a players-only meeting, where basically you got to call yourself out. You got to call everybody out collectively and be honest.
Yeah, and that's the best way to get it all together if you can, and you can be honest with each other. And then you listen to the elder spokespeople of the room. Right. You got to have everybody on board for.
And that would have been the big sources.
Yeah, and we had a group that we were just, look, it was a different kind of group. We were mentally, physically, emotionally tough, strong. We had our issues, no doubt, but at the end of the day, we were coming to play physical. I mean, that was kind of we practiced physical. I mean, Wednesday and Thursday, we're hitting all throughout the year. Like, it was like, that's what we're doing, So it's kind of, I know it's a different era of football and such, but, we're going to get into all that. Nobody's happy. I was so mad. That was probably the maddest I've ever been at a game in a long time. Like, I even started laughing after because I'm like, you tell me, what are you getting so mad for? But I was so damn mad. I knew they were going to come back. I knew it was just going to work, not going to work out. And we're going to cover it all today at Helmets and Heels. Yeah. So I told the girls, I need a blood pressure machine in here. Make sure mine keeps under the wraps while I rant and rave.
I do have one at home. I might need to bring it just so we can use it as a barometer. All right, Tommy, thank you. But that's it. That's what you're saying. Both of you guys are collectively saying it.
Yeah, bro.
Get your head out of your ear and start playing.
Yes, start playing some football.
All right, we are done. We appreciate all of y'all. You missed any of the show, go back and find it on YouTube. Just search XL Primetime. A hell of a way to start your week, but it is what it is. Helmets and Heels coming up next, thanks to Mokama Beer Company. Don't forget Mokama.com. Log on and check them out. Joe C., Big Sirs, and JJ.
I mean, we suck right now.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service.